Hey, Seed, Soil, and Sunshine. How are you, baby? Hey, Miss Vicky. Hey, sis. Hey, Miss Oregon. How y'all doing today? I apologize. Hey, Miss Amy. Hey, Miss Nikki. I apologize for coming on this way, but I'm dressed for bed, and I wanted to talk to y'all. So just give me 1 second. Hey, True. Hey, Miss Vicky. So just give me 1 second, y'all. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, or if I need to do something different. Okay, Miss Oregon. Okay. So, how y'all been doing today? Hey, Miss Sunsaray, how are you, baby? Hey, Miss Deb. So I wanted to come in and hey, Miss Fanny, I wanted to come in, and the first thing I wanted to do was to apologize to I don't know if he'll come in here or what, but I owe somebody, hey Miss Beverly, an apology. His name is Dedrick Jones. Um on the last live, I misread his comment and I was rude. And when I went back to read the read the chat, I realized that I misread his comment and I was rude to him. So I want to apologize for being rude to him, and hopefully he will accept my apology. Hey, Miss Ann Tiffany, baby, I'm good. How are you all? All right, y'all. So I know that y'all have been watching what I've been watching, and it is a mess. But we have to always be mindful of what we say, because we all know that death and life are in the power of the tongue, and that the person that loves it will eat their fruit. So when you constantly speak on death and wishing ill will on somebody, you have to you have to be mindful of what you say, because it may boomerang back to you, and it may be sitting at your dinner table, because words are containers of power that create actions. So when you go on to wish ill will on people and pray on people downfall, and wish that people be unalived, you have to worry about who doing the same to you. And not only that, you're speaking those type of spirits into your own life. So for a person who's about to go sit up and lay on the table and have surgery, for you to be speaking those type of ill things on somebody else, I would be very worried to lay up there with my unhealthy self. And then you want to come on here and scream and holler at T, I forgot her name, Sweet Tea, about people calling Nagy a crackhead. But why didn't you have that same energy for your grandmother and Bay when they were calling him out of his name? Hey, Miss Tracy, you said nothing when your grandmother and Bay was belittling him in his face and talking about how he steal and do this, that, and the other. But you had so much fake anger towards Sweet Tea when she came on and called the thing a thing. I really don't understand the method to her madness. And then the next day, you get up and you do a skit and call the man a gorilla or a monkey, whatever her word for him was. So it's okay for you to do certain things, but not for other people to do certain things. Where what will possess you to get on here and call this man a gorilla and a monkey and do a skit, in my opinion, without his permission? But you were just so upset the night before when somebody called him a crackhead. None of it makes sense to me. And then you want to run to the DHS office today and yesterday to get ahead of situations. To me, that speaks guilty conscience. If I have nothing to prove, if I've done nothing wrong, I'm gonna sit at my house and wait for them to come to my door and invite them in if I had nothing to hide. But trying to get in front of things and always trying to be slicker than the next person gets her in a lot of trouble. She say move in silence, but yet she don't even understand what that means, because everything has to be televised for everybody. Every move she make, it has to be televised. So much so, you want to post the pictures of your doctor and where you going like it's a big secret and this, that, and the other. You should learn how to move in silence, because your doctor is in Illinois, Mr. Ramos. See, that's what happened when you talk too much. So you should learn how to move in silence yourself. Take your own advice sometimes. And then you said you were going to take the children somewhere the other day, and y'all ended up back in the forest, in your woods. That's not an outing. At what point are you going to take your kids away from the house and let them experience things that kids their age do? Why not go to the park instead of to the tire shop to see some people that, in my opinion, didn't even want you there? They looked like they were annoyed with her when she showed up. People tired of playing games with you. But I guess there's enough people over there patting her head still and geeking her up. She gonna continue to do all the things that she do, but learn how to move in silence for real. And when I went on Miss B live today that I caught, Miss B said you were running from getting served from people, that she had some paper served to you and you didn't show up for court because you too busy running. You got people after you trying to serve you, but you want to play like you not at home, and you gonna be the one to bring everybody to court on the things, but you contradict everything that you say. So you sat up here and got really mad at Sweet Tea for calling Nagy a crackhead, but yet you get back on your lives the next day and say you don't care if he a crackhead. You don't care if he do dope. He can do as much as he want to do around you. Hey, Miss Ruby. Hey, Miss Shelley. Then you get on here and you say, we don't bother you. We don't affect you. We the reason why you making your money. So now your anxiety and depression defense is going out the window, because out your own mouth you said we don't bother you. We just run your checkup. And then all of this stuff that you talking about going at the Sweet Tea for calling him a crackhead, that's out the window, because you just basically said the same thing. She think that she's the only one that's street smart out here, and that she can pick up on things like the whole store incident. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you? Now, if I recall, the guy said, I have that fentanyl too. And this ain't in my opinion, because I rewinded it several times to see, is that what I really heard? So to me, in addition. So what else was he smoking? Because he told the man that you smoked all of that. That was almost like a pack of cigarettes that you smoked. So what was he smoking? She trying to be so smart, not to this point where she making stupid mistakes on camera. In my opinion, you on camera doing drug deals, but think that people won't catch on when you move your phone to the side and mouth stuff to the other people to let them know that you on live and they shouldn't say certain stuff. Well, you shouldn't have put the camera on them. I really just don't understand where she be coming from half of the time, because as we all know, she tells on herself. Just give her enough rope, she gonna hang herself eventually. But my point of coming on here today was to let people know that you have to be mindful of the things that you wish on other people, because it might be sitting at your dinner table. The karma may not hit you and may hit the persons closest to you. So when you're speaking ill will and death on other people, be careful, because it may be you. I don't see how someone can come on here and say they believe in God and then curse God. You making stupid mistakes on camera and people calling you out for your foolishness and your fuckery, but yet you get mad when people call it what as they see it. If you don't want people to analyze and critique and give commentary or judgment or whatever you want to call it on what you're doing, keep the stuff off camera. But you tell on yourself, and it's soon, y'all. I do believe very soon, with all of the things that has happened, her karma will catch up with her very soon. And it will be well deserved, because all of the things that she's done to other people. So we have to be mindful in what we say and what we do, because it may come back to smack you in your face. Hey, Miss Celeste, baby, how are you? And in my opinion, as me and my sis was talking about earlier, all of that DHS, DFC, or ABC, wherever the places she be going to, she knew that was closed because that was a big article, and she always getting news alerts sent to her phone. So, in my opinion, she knew that place was closed, and she just did that for show. What are you going there to try to explain to those people if you don't even know if anybody made any calls on you yet? Trying to get in front of situations is will always get her in trouble and dig her in deeper hole. At some point, you have to learn how to be an adult. Sit down. You're talking about get your daughter in therapy. When is that going to come? Because it's obvious she need a lot, and you do too, because you are irritated and aggravated when your kids ask you a simple question. This whole thing is becoming really just too much. Too something needs to be done, and it needs to be done fast for those children's sake. They're being exposed to too much people walking around in their panties and bras, and you laying in bed with random men, and you got your kids doing scripts, and you got to set them up to say what you want them to say. As you say, you have to rehearse them and go over stuff before y'all come online. But you real. A lot of stuff have to change with that situation, in my opinion, before she's able to properly take care of her children. And the first step is to get you some mental help, because you going out the world ass backers, and it's not cute. Hey, ma. So I want to get some of y'all thoughts and opinions on what y'all thought been going on for the last couple of days, and we expound on that. Is it anybody in here that I did not? Hey, Miss Yvonne, how are you? Hey, Miss Beverly. Hey, Miss Kawanda, Miss Tracy, Miss Carolyn. I think I spoke to you. Hey, Miss Ann, how are you? I just want to know how y'all feel about how the last few days been going on. Let me get to my notes here. But always remember, you all, when you dig, you're trying to spend so much time digging a hole or a grave for somebody else. You better hope the rock don't come back and fall on you. Okay. Oh, and why is she treating Naggy G like a baby? He has to ask for food. You brought him up here supposedly to get him clean and to help him out. But he got to ask for food like he's a child. You yell at him like he's a child. You had him spend all of this money on your children, which you a millionaire, so you shouldn't even allow that to happen. Let that man keep his money to himself. Why did he have to go spend this type of money on your kids? Hey, Miss B, how are you? Yes, Miss Celeste, the train is going to crash soon. Miss B, I was just speaking on what your live that I just caught not too long ago about what happened with your police report and things like that. I just pray everything works out in your favor. Um, as exactly, Miss Fanny, the gig is up. Um, what it says, A's mom help him get clean. She was just the corner store buying. Yes, but that was her spiel. The reason why she said that she was bringing him up here to get him together. But as we seen, we know that's not the truth. In my opinion, she came up there to use him for his money because as you seen with the other man that they called quote unquote Mr. Really that we found out was runts. That when the young man that was standing next to her car was talking about Mr. Willie's check, and she said, "Well, shoot, he can give me his check too. He could come live with me." So to me, it's all about a money grab, which he can get out. Hey, Miss Jamila, yes, please hit the like button, y'all. Welcome Miss B into the chat, please. But that's my thing. To me, it's all about money, and for her to use him for whatever little money that he do have. If you wanted to sincerely and truthfully get him help, you you can't do it on your own. You're not capable of doing it on your own. That man needs therapy. He needs to go to a treatment center for his withdrawals. He has to learn how to cope with his illness and how to get through things. Hey, Miss Diana. So you're not capable of getting him where he needs to be by sitting in the house, locking him in the house, telling him he can't go out the door after you put the alarm on and monitoring his food. And in my opinion, she using him for his money and for views. Hey, Miss Pamela, how are you? Hey, Miss Lawanda. Miss Lawanda, did you see all your birthday wishes on the community tab? But in my opinion, that's what she brought him there because she know that he's a funny individual and she know that those type of people draw more people in to watch because we just want to see what they're gonna do, what they're gonna say. Miss Jamila, you in Grand Rapids? I'm on the west of Detroit. We can definitely meet up, baby. Hey, Miss Candy, Miss Ruby says, in my opinion, she's real angry at Nagy G for talking on live, and we heard him when he was supposed to be going back to Sarasota. I agree with you, Miss Ruby. That's when she tried to play it off like it was her friend there, and he got mad, and she got mad at him because he was about to leave. Let me call and see. It's all the way she can just lie like that to me is very scary. It's very scary. Anybody who can just run off lies like that to me just scares me. You came up with that one in the blink of an eye. We all heard his voice in the background. M- Miss Diana said, "How can she be a caregiver and she needs one?" Say it, Miss Diana. Say it. She needs somebody to look after her and her children and what they're doing. And why would you leave? Yes, just Miss Jamila. I'm gonna inbox you my number. Yes, Miss Carolyn, very scary. Hey, Candy baby, how are you? Um, why would you leave those children home alone after what Miss Sharita and Keisha, may she rest in peace, already told you and what you already knew about your children? Why would you leave them in the house alone? And on top of that, why do you feel like you had to announce that to everybody that they were in the house alone? That's just crazy to me. And then just the other day when they was outside playing basketball, good night, Miss Miss B gone. But the night before, when they were playing basketball, when Rennie asked you if it was okay for her to play basketball with them, you told her no. And then in the same breath, you asked them why they couldn't play with, why she couldn't play with them. And the young boy said, "You told us to stay away from her." So if they have to stay away from you when you're in their presence, why would you leave them home alone? Okay, Miss B, have a great night. To me, I would never leave my children home alone knowing of what already been told to you. I don't care how many cameras you can pull up and show her sitting in the bed. That you should never leave those children in that type of position where they're left alone with each other knowing what they already been accused of doing. It's in my opinion, it's like she don't even care. Miss Yvonne said, and that's a fact. No one's caregiver she could be. Never. She can't even properly care for herself and her children, in my opinion. So how did you say? And when did you all do all this paperwork and whatever for you to be his caregiver? To me, it's a money grab. To me, it's a way to bring her more money into his house. If you truly care for him and truly care to get him some help, you don't need no assistance from nobody else, millionaire. You can take care of him on your own. And then you gonna say he gonna have to buy some food. He eating up everything. Why is it you the only person that has the freedom to go in the kitchen and eat everything and anything you want, but everybody else has got to have a lock and key to the refrigerator just to get something to eat? You hid fruit from your children because your greedy behind want to eat up everything. Who has fruit? They can't even have fruit. It's to me, she's just such a selfish individual. Like she don't like to see them happy and like to see them playful and youthful. It's like it's always got to be so everything got to be so stern and so to me, keeping them like they're keeping them intimidated of you. Where is the friendly mother interactions? Even when they were in there making the juice with you, you was on edge and they wasn't even in there 5-10 minutes. They doing what children do. Children bicker back and forth. You can't even handle your own kids for longer than 10 minutes before you getting annoyed and putting them to bed. But all these grown people could be around you with no problem. You can entertain them. You can feed. You can go spend hundreds of dollars on crabs and drinks and everything to feed them. But you hiding fruit from your own children. Miss Carolyn says, like I'm in her mind. Yes, Miss Carolyn, we already know how it is when you don't do your babies like that. You just don't. Miss Lawanda say exactly. Why would you leave those kids alone after all of that? The boys need to stay away from the girl. She's the aggressor, in my opinion, and I definitely believe that. And she's becoming more and more like her mother, in my opinion, because when she had the phone, after they went through the little horror walk through her little forest, she told some lady in the live that she ain't have no edges, and then she told somebody else to put some respect on her name. So she's picking up these type of traits from her mother, and then her mother telling her to block people, don't read the negative comments. The little girl shouldn't even have the phone in her hand because you already know people say some things that she shouldn't even be used to. So why would you put the phone in her hand and then tell her to block the negative comments? She shouldn't even have the phone in her doggone hand. She's a child. They're being um programmed to too much stuff that's unnecessary. They are learning. And I never really see her well, not really. I never see her pull out a book with a coloring books with a Barbie dolls. Miss Ruby, wait, for Miss Robin says that's a grown man and men and boys can definitely eat. Absolutely. And for you to monitor that food, if my mama always said if you're hungry, go in there and eat. And especially the fruit. I don't understand. You hide fruit from your children, and then when they get hungry, and wait a minute, she sat up there, she made them that food, right, y'all? She made them eat that shepherd pie, and she sat up there and she ate. And then when they came back from the walk, and one of the kids were hungry again, she while she eating her second helping, she tells him that he can't have any more food. He gotta wait till right before bedtime. They just ate. You just ate too. So what? My mama is going to always make sure when we were growing up that we eat before she did. You get your food before my grown behind do. I thought that's what mothers do. Real mothers, they make sure their kids have enough food to eat, that they're satisfied. Those kids are growing, let them eat. How do you hoard? We already know you hoard the sodas. Okay, I can understand that because they shouldn't be drinking sodas all day. But fruit, that should be at their disposal at all times of the day. They should be able to go in there and grab whatever they want to eat whenever they want to eat it. Them are growing kids. You do it. It's okay for you to show up and show out for your friends and let them have a feel of everything that you have going on. But your kids, you deprive of certain things. It doesn't make any sense to me. Miss Ruby says, "Why is it that when the kids eat a snack, it's stealing?" I don't understand that either, Miss Ruby. I've never heard that until I heard her saying people stealing, her children were stealing food. In my kitchen, in my mama's kitchen, my grandma's kitchen, auntie them kitchen, we were always welcome to whatever was in there. No one has ever told us that we were stealing food. I never told any child that you stealing food. I always encourage them to go eat. If you're hungry, go eat. Thank you, Miss Pamela. Let me see. A's mom says all that screaming and hollering at those kids makes me nervous. I'm sure those twins can't wait to get back to Jackie. I agree. It's like she want to keep them intimidated of her to keep them in line. So in my opinion, they won't do to her as her oldest child did to her. Like she likes to keep them fearing her. And what type of mother want her child to fear them? Your child should always feel like they can come and talk to you, that you're the safest place until they get older. You supposed to make your children feel safe and be able to come to talk to you about anything. Not when they come and say something to you, you ignore them, and when you finally do answer them, you annoyed. They are children. At what point do they get to ask you questions and ask you for things when you always online? Miss Jamila said, "My thing is, why not take him to the store to get him what he wants? He'll hell, he spent that $400 on your kids and can't eat what he wants, and those kids should be able to have access to food." Absolutely, Miss Jamila. Exactly. Instead of having him spend that $400 on her children, if him taking food out the refrigerator was so much of a problem for her, then you should have had him spend that $400 on him getting the things that he liked to eat, the things that he liked, his own personal things. If you supposed to be his caregiver, why he got to fill your house up? Hey, Miss Sharon, how are you? Hey, Reacts, baby. Good night, Miss Celeste. Oh, I thought you said good night, baby. See, there I go reading stuff wrong. Miss Valerie says, yes, why was she having that child blocking people on the phone and she cursing people out? The young girl shouldn't even have the phone in her hand, Miss Valerie. You already know the stuff that people come on there and say. She's exposing those children to too much, in my opinion. And that's why the little girl's on there saying little smart things and having little smart comments to say to the people. She learned from her mother. Miss Nikki says, so true, cuz I never ever saw Rennie with a doll, shaking my head, not a teddy bear or a paper doll. Miss Nikki, she went last year on her birthday and had her go on a shopping spree and buy all of these toys and things that little girls are used to having. I haven't seen her play with not an item, Miss Nikki. Not nothing. My mom said, "That's right, baby. I wouldn't have it any other way." No, you don't deprive kids from food, and to have, yeah, I can see the sweets, you have a hold on that, but for them getting fruit, that just took me out. Miss Pamela says another thing, she shouldn't be on live reading comments while driving with kids in the car. Absolutely, Miss Pamela. But she does a lot of things, and then when it comes time to somebody feeling like it's unsafe for the kids, or the kids are not in the safest situation, and they feel like it's appropriate to call CPS, DCF, or whatever they call it down there, she gets mad and want to put it off like it's a skit. Hey, A Fizzle Production, thank you for stopping by, baby. Yeah, she want to always put it off as a skit, and that's what I'm afraid of when she goes to the DCF office. It's just like y'all seen the security guard was so friendly and hugging her, and are is that the same way that she get with the social workers, as me and my sis Robin was talking about earlier? We feel like she always go in there and act like she already know them people, like she's used to them, and she speaks to them as if she knew them, to get, so they can loosen up a little bit, so she can feel like, okay, they're this cool person, I'm this cool person. Let them get used to me, see that I'm not here to cause no harm, and then I'm going to spill to them all of the things that people are doing to me. Oh yeah, I'm famous on Facebook, and I be doing skits, and people just harassing me. She could spin the narrative how she wants to, if she thinks she takes that barrier away from them and take them out of their professional zone and bring them down to where she's at. Then she's able to manipulate the story however she wants to manipulate the story at that point, because she feel like, now I got them in a comfortable spot where I want them. So now let me treat them like they my girlfriend. Yeah, girl, like she said today when they were calling the other lady to come help her. She said, Miss Such and Such just bow-legged. She tried to come across like she's just this cool individual. And she don't understand why people is picking with her. And it's just because people are jealous of her money. And she's not doing these things. And when she do things like that, is a skit. They shouldn't be they shouldn't be buying that stuff after this point. Miss Robin said, can everyone hit the like button, please? I'm going back up into the comments. Miss Sharon said, you and Miss D are talking facts. Miss Celeste says, I've never seen anything like this in my life, and it's playing out on social media, and it's sad. It is sad. Miss Celeste. And that's the thing. She don't know when and where. Put the phone down. Everything doesn't have to on be for everybody's approval. Everything that you do don't have to be broadcast to the world, especially when you get upset when other people come talk about it. You claim that you and Tanya don't listen to nothing that nobody say. Y'all just put the phone on mute and y'all just let it play out. But y'all can repeat everything that was said. You watch it, and then you come back and say that we don't bother you. We don't bother you because you don't have to watch it. You even said out your own mouth that you blocked all of us. So how are we bothering you? So you can go somewhere with your anxiety and depression defense, because you just said we bring you more people. We run up your check. You not bothered with us. So I recorded that too. So you can go on somewhere, but somebody caused you anxiety and depression. You love this. Miss Lawanda say, exactly. Where's the board games and coloring books? And why haven't she taken those kids to Six Flags Water Park or skating to the skating rink? They ain't been nowhere but DCFS for absolutely nothing. Shaking my head. I agree with you, Miss Lawanda. But she said that the reason she was mad at Miss Danita was because her and Keisha, may she rest in peace, wanted to go over to the skating ring. You would take your big goofy self over to the skating ring, uh looking like Captain Hook, but you wouldn't take your children to the skating ring. We ain't seen the kids go to the movies. We ain't seen them going to the skating ring. And when you did take them to the park, the one time it was all for show. You spraying all that Lysol and stuff all over stuff, and it was all for show. At what point do you take your children to go do childlike things? That's why they know so much inappropriate stuff, in my opinion, is because they're always sitting around you saying all of this kind of doing speaking vulgarities around them, then you wonder why they know the things that they know and say the things that they say. Hey, Miss Florida Red, baby, I've been trying to get on here for you, Miss Florida Red, but the streets been jam packed, baby. I had to get in where I fit in today. Miss Yvonne said she didn't want him to spend that money on himself because he gets food stamps. That was a selfish reason. That money, Miss Yvonne, should have stayed in that man's pocket because he only gets a check. And the supposed millionaire brought him there to be his caregiver. So why are you using why is he using his money on your children? That man should be stacking his money and putting it up for when he gets himself together. But in my opinion, this is all for show because she is not equipped to get him clean. Miss K Love said the twin who sings looked so nervous when she was making the juices and made the other two leaves at if he was fake smiling to keep her calm. Miss K Love, I'm with you, baby. It seemed like, we already knew, and I said this plenty of times before, that it seems like she rehearsed the kids and then she finally admitted to said it out of her own mouth that she rehearses the kids before they come on so they know what to say and what not to say. And I feel like he had to, because when she told the other twin, why you looking like that, like you want to hit me, like you was like, what made you think that your child wanted to hit you because he made a face? Like, are you serious? And in my opinion, the one that she let stay in the kitchen is the one that she favors, and she treat Rennie and the other one somehow. Miss Pamela says, "Come to think of it, I haven't seen Tanya's Tanya. What you say, baby? Tell me again what you meant, Miss Pamela. Hey, Miss Cassandra, baby. Let me go back up. Yes, Miss Celeste, Master Manipulator. I called her that about 20 lives ago. I mean, 20 videos ago. Hey, Miss Tina Turner, baby. Hey, Miss Allie. Riri React says, at this point, I don't think DCF, whatever it's called, is taking any of this seriously. I don't think so either. Like I said, Miss Riri, when she tried to make them comfortable with her so she'll feel like I'm on y'all side. I'm trying to protect y'all because they just calling y'all for unnecessary reasons. Ain't nothing going on in my house. So if I bring them down to my level, then I can manipulate them in the way that I need to manipulate them so they'll stay off my back. Because how has DCF been in your life since your youngest child, since your oldest child was young, and DCF constantly just coming up in your life? Something ain't right. Miss Pamela said, I haven't seen Rennie play with any of those toys. Do y'all recall when she took her on the shopping spree and she took her, I think she spent 1,000 or something dollars on her, and she had buggies full of stuff. I haven't seen the young girl play with nothing but her phone. Hey, YouTube on fire, baby. Miss Candy say, hit the like. You hit the like button, baby. Thank you. Hey, Miss Sabrina. Miss Robin said DCFS has entirely too much going on. That's how she been slipping through the cracks, in my opinion. I agree. And my sis Robin, the one who told me to go on allergics chat on her post and saw that DC, they've been having a problem with DCFS in Fulton County for a minute, to the point that they did a walk off and they all got fired. I think they said 25 people did a walk off. They said they were overwhelmed, overworked, underpaid. So I think they just been dropping the ball for the longest of time. And when you get tired of your job, you really don't care. You just show up to get a paycheck. You know why they're here. So I think that's the point that a lot of them had got to, that they really didn't even care anymore because they were overworked and they felt like they were underpaid. Miss Diana say Rennie going to be something else. You can tell she got all of her mammy traits, and I means all of them from A to Z. And she's going to be on her cycle soon. She doesn't have nobody to explain it to her. Miss Diana, say it, baby. I'm with you. And I just think like when these children get older and they have to learn about surviving in the real world, who is going to teach them these things? And especially if we go ahead and go back to what Miss Sharita said, how she had sanitary napkins all in the closet or whatnot, and how she don't keep herself. So how is she gonna teach her child when it's time for her to come on her ministration how to properly clean herself, how she should stay properly bathed and things like that? Because in my opinion, those children are too young. Well, at least the girl is too young to be bathing herself without you going in there and make sure that she's properly bathing herself. I don't even recall any time that she's actually went in the bathroom to see if she was actually really in the tub. Miss Jamila say when she tried to take those kids to the skating rink, it was late and they said adults only. Yeah, and that's where she took them to Miss Danita house. And she wanted Miss Danita to watch them, and Miss Danita wasn't going for it. So then we finally found out where she took them. She said on her live that she took them to her job. Let me go back up. Don't want to miss nobody. Miss Yvonne said you're absolutely right. Yes. Miss Flores said it's okay, cousin. Happy you are here and I was able to catch. I'm happy you are here, Miss Florida Red. Miss Ann said I am listening to you and Miss D. Y'all on point. One on the laptop and the other on my phone. I didn't want to cut into Miss D live, but you know it's hard to get on here when you in the YouTube streets. You got to get in where you fit in. And I hadn't talked to y'all in a while, so I wanted to come back on because, like I told you, I want to introduce some different things, and it's getting later in the week. Miss Allie said, and she's talked so mean to them, always yelling at them, and for no good reason. In my opinion, Miss Allie, she's always irritated or aggravated or annoyed when they are around. Like it's never any playful, motherly, kids type of relationship. Even when she kissed the young one on his forehead today, and went in his TikTok and said, "I'm his mother," and kissed him. To me, that type of stuff is just all for camera. Not the average nurse says Treese is a demonic monster. Miss Pamela says, I have never seen Rennie play with any toys. Nope. Me either. Miss Brown, Bama Girl A says she probably took it all back. I, you know what, Miss Brown Bama Girl, I wouldn't put it past her because I haven't seen her. Miss Pamela says she remembered that too. I haven't seen her play with any of those things other than a phone or a an iPad. And from what she says that she has to go get her therapy because she's still finding men calling texting her on her phone, and all of these people sending inappropriate things on her phone, and she's been exposed to too much. Not only has she been exposed to too much on that phone, she's been exposed to too much in your presence, in my opinion. Then you sit up there and say you don't let them listen to certain songs because of the lyrics, and then right after that you come repeat the same vulgar words that you just said you didn't let them listen to with them right in your face. Like you got to make stuff make sense. You contradict yourself. That's why I called her a walking contradiction. She say one thing and in the same breath she'll say something totally different. Miss Jojo Siwap, aka Giovanna, says only toy I've seen was the Avatar baby with the coochie. Yeah, that ugly little doll that they played that had that skit on when she said that her kids try to blame the skit on her kids when people were letting her know that that skit was very distasteful, and she tried to blame it on her children. Not the average nurse say Treese is a mental case waiting to explode in front of our eyes. She hates herself. I'm with you. Anybody who can come on here and always talk about something, I dog myself. I dog myself. That stuff is not cute. And I don't know what man she thinks gonna want her when you speak that type of way in front of your children, when you speak that type of way about yourself. You don't even know how to have an adult conversation with anybody without it reverting back to something sexual. Miss Cassandra Thompson says she used to always walk around Nagy G naked. He been around them since they were taller. Yeah, Miss Cassandra. Yeah, Nagy G been in and out of her life for the longest of time. But at this age, this is a very vital time in their life when they pick up things like and this is the time that they're shaping themselves to be young adults. So whatever you put in front of them, they're going to start mimicking or mocking or trying to do what you do because it's a learned behavior. That's why the little girl was sitting with the iPad in front of her legs. Like you can't blame that on social media. And if you try to, it's damn sure ways that you can keep an eye on your child when they're when they're on the internet. Is a lot of tools out here where you can monitor your child and start snatching the phone away from them and seeing what they're doing. But she's trying to be so in tune to her phone. To me, they are afterthoughts. So that's how they get away and get exposed to so much stuff. YouTube on Fire says she knew that's why she went there today. She said she had a friend that worked there that told her they were all fired. We already knew that was an overplay for the underlay, Miss YouTube on Fire. We already know that that was a big news story in a area. She has those news alerts coming to her phone about different states, so we already know it coming to her about what the county that she in. She knew that stuff was going on. It was all for content, in my opinion. Miss Robin said, only toy I seen them. Hold on 1 second. I lost your comment, Pooh. Hold on. Okay, play with them. What's that dildo? I knew sis, I knew I should have just read past your comment. I knew you was about to get me to laughing. Miss Ann said that's why her and Moonface showed up there knowing it wasn't no one there. We all know that since the pandemic, a lot of people been working from home. There's nobody in a lot of these government buildings. They just really in here in Michigan not too long ago, they just really fully opened the court system back. YouTube on fire. Don't play sis no attention with her crazy self. Hey, Rose Garden. You know what, Robin? Now you yes, the dildo, Kayla. And she had that thing. She set them up for so much failure, in my opinion, just by the things that she has done in front of them and the things that she say in front of them. Why would you put that toy in your son's mouth? Like they shouldn't even know what they even look like. And then you get these bees out of my house. Y'all all going pushing the kids out the house. Like goodness gracious. Miss Robert said, y'all know she not lying. Miss Chocolate 0726 said, good evening. You gonna learn today in chat. Missy Pooh, you're on point tonight and always stay blessed. Thank you, baby. A's mom said those kids were there 2 days before she even asked about their toothbrushes. Why are their clothes still in their luggage? Because she's just Tyra. Thank you for becoming a member, baby. Um, because in my opinion, she is a deadbeat. Why is your kid supposed to be there for the summer? Their clothes should have been unpacked and put away when they first got there. You should already have those type of things there for your children. They shouldn't have to take a doggone toothbrush account across states. You should already have those type of things there for your children. They are your children. Miss Rosegarden said, I've been waiting on you to go live. I was like praying she's okay. Yes, baby, I'm okay. It's just I don't really like to be rude and interrupt anybody's live, or I try to have respect for everybody on the platform, so we all can get our time to say what we have to say. So I've been trying to get in where I fit in, but I'm okay, baby. Thank you. Miss Cassandra says that lady from Bigos, they called out Trees. Truth's been following since 2014. Yeah, Miss Cassandra, she's been following her as long, well, probably longer than that because she was following her when she was on Periscope. So, like I said before, like I asked y'all, how do you become a comedian? Because she wasn't no comedian at that time, so, supposed comedian at that time. So all of a sudden, when she came on Facebook, she was something else at first. Crazy something, crazy trees or something like that. And then she changed her name to the comedian part. So that's how I was puzzled and wanted y'all to answer me, like, how do you get to be a comedian? Do you just call yourself a comedian and bam, you a comedian? Because she didn't always go by that name. Miss YouTuber Fire said, cousin, you always look so beautiful, but I'm really loving the new StreamYard pic. Just beautiful. Thank you, baby. I only came this way, you all, because I was dressed for bed already, and I'm around here looking like Cleo from Set It Off. My wig ain't on or nothing, honey. So, but I wanted to talk to y'all because it's been a couple days. So I said, I'll come this way. I didn't think y'all would mind. Miss Pamela says, Tanya gives me single white female. I'm with you. I'm with you. She always there to give her 2 cents. Girl, I hope you fought this hard for your child as you fought, fighting for this woman that you only known a few months. You always there to be the yes man. And they messing with her. They bothering her. She had to make a song, y'all. Leave her alone. I got your back, sis. Yeah, she always gonna be a little chilly in the background. Don't, girl, go sit your butt down somewhere. Um, I don't know. Trunessa Lynch, what happened to her talking to the kids on taking her kids on vacation? She said she was after she came back from the vacation with Tanya. Girl, Miss Lynch, you already know, boo. That was for content, babe. We ain't seen them. She said that day that she took the kids to have the little scavenger hunt in the back with the tent scared the shit out of her. She was supposed to be taking them somewhere that day. She told Ned to go get dressed and everything. They were about to go out. Next thing you know, act number two, action. They in the back of the dang on woods, and she sitting up here sweating like a hog. Can't even walk that far, and want to always talk about people. Girl, you couldn't even get through them woods without taking a breath. And then why you got that man walking through those woods with you, knowing that he's messed up with his leg? Like, you just string people along just to do crazy stuff. Because in my opinion, she was scared of whatever she was gonna find out there. Always walking around like Medea with a goddamn on purse on with your pistol in it. Girl, go on sit down somewhere with your scary self. You too scary to be talking the way you be talking to people and doing the things you do to people. And that pistol gonna get her in a lot of trouble because you can't pull it in the way you think you can pull it. How you always trying to threaten people just because they on your grass or something like that. Girl, you can't do that. Miss Ruby says, does anyone know what happened to the juice up lady? That was her bestie at one time. I haven't heard her go in on that lady. I don't know, Miss Ruby. You're right. She disappeared after 60/40. Is that when she disappeared, or did she come over to the other house? Because the last time I remember her around, they were in the garage talking about something. And that's the last time I saw her. You're so right, Miss Ruby. I don't know what happened to her. Or the chef lady, the Nigerian chef lady. Miss Rose Gardner said everything Treese do with her kids is all for camera. It's all a big front. I agree with you, Rose Garden. Like I said, when she kissed the young man on his forehead is only because, in my opinion, he was on his TikTok and I'm his mother. I would never bring my camera around my mother. She was like that, baby. I don't even want you to know who my mama is. I'm adopted. Miss Rose Garden says, and she tells on herself in the same sentences, all she do is lie, lie, lie. Yes. Miss Ann said, very distasteful. Miss Diana says she doesn't keep herself clean during the time of the month. She be wearing damn depends when she on her cycle and her big nasty ass take them off and toss them across the room. Big nasty psychotic. And Miss Sharita say she was very unkept, like when it was that time in the month. So if you don't even know how to properly dispose of your sanitary napkins and properly clean yourself, what you gonna teach your child? Next, you're gonna be talking about they bullying her because she smell bad because she don't know how to properly clean herself during that time of the month. I very highly doubt that she take her in there and go have a talk with her and teach her how to properly put a sanitary napkin in your underwear, how to properly dispose of it, how to properly keep yourself clean, give her wipes and things like that. Because in my opinion, she's not that attentive to her children to actually sit down and to teach them things like that. She just let them go into the bathroom, don't know whether they really took a bath or not, and she just going about her day. At what point do you go check and make sure things are getting done properly? You have a little daughter. She needs to know how to properly take care of herself, especially when it's that time of the month. But she dropped the ball so much to me. I think she gonna drop the ball on that. Miss Diana said she don't keep. Okay, I just read that. Miss Stephanie said right. I know I'm behind on the comments, y'all, but I don't want to miss anybody. Miss Rose Garden said I wouldn't be surprised me if she haven't slept with Nagy G because she have any man. It's just disgusting. I don't think she'll never say that. Miss Robin said that hoe saw the news. Yeah, you know she saw that. And that's exactly why she went up there so proudly. Miss Cassandra said Nagy gonna be sleeping with Play-Doh. Ooh wee. Miss Ann say you on point, cousin. Thank you, Miss Ann. Miss Ruby say no, Robin. It was that lady that would watch the little girl and she made juices. She was at the pop up selling her product. Miss Ruby, is that the lady that you were talking about that I was talking about too? The one what is her name? Who child has autism? Miss Florida Red says, help me understand why she needed Tanya to go with her. So Tanya could be like, this some bullshit. They be picking with her. They be picking with her so much that she had to make a song. Y'all, they be trying to get her in so much trouble. They just be watching her. They be picking her. She tired of that. She popping on Facebook and they just jealous. They jealous of her money. That's all she capable of doing is being a hood rat. Take a deep breath says she act like them kids are being forced on her. No, girl, they did not ask to be here. Mother up and do better. Say it again. Take a deep breath. Say it again. Them children did not ask to be here. You brought them here. So therefore it's your responsibility to handle your children, to teach your children, not give them no phone or no iPad to babysit them. And next thing you know, they doing stuff that grown women don't even do. I ain't never put no doggone iPad or nothing between my legs and sent nobody anything. So how at that age did that little girl know how to do stuff like that? Miss Rose Garden said, I don't put anything across trees. She'll sleep with any dog, any man, any person. Miss Celeste say, yuck. Miss Justara say, finally found a link. I appreciate you, baby. Miss Diane. Hey, Miss Diane. She said, hey, cuz going to have to listen to the replay. Thanks for my birthday shout. No problem, babe. Let me go down. Hey, Miss Shonda. Visions. How are you, baby? Hey, beautiful Blossom. My Miss Florida Red speaking to you and Robin. Miss Diane said everything's supposed to be in storage. She said meaning clothes. So she put I didn't hear that, Miss Diane. So she said that her children's stuff is in storage. Well, if they is in storage, go buy them new stuff or go take your lazy behind and go get the stuff out of storage. It's not that hard. What you waiting on? You knew your children were coming. You were dying to get them back just to prove to us that you can have your children unsupervised. So why wasn't everything set up and prepared for those children when they touched the front door? When they came in the door, everything that they needed should have been there for them. You ain't had them in a month of Sundays. Miss Allie said, I was so disgusted at her pretty much doxing Danita and calling on her flunkies to do her dirty work and call Section 8. That ruffled my feathers, Miss Allie. That really had me shaking out of my skin. You, that's why her and Darius Cook get along so well. They two nuts in a pod, in my opinion. But you got mad at something that Miss Danita said months ago, and you just bringing it up because now you don't have any content, so you got to have something to say. You got to come trying to rile everybody up so you can get some followers over there, some viewers over there. So you gonna bring up some old stuff on Miss Danita, which I don't even think she said anything really bad. I think Miss Danita been hush on the hush for a long time, in my opinion. I've been waiting on Miss Danita to come out and tell her truth, but I knew she was going to come after her. But you, and then she tried to play it off after she done doxed her and told her all her business about the bill not being in her name, and her being on Section 8, and she gonna be slick and say, I could have called your job. I could have called up the Grady Hospital. That's hint hint. Hint hint fans, as she called them, call Grady Hospital and start reporting Miss Danita. She thinks she's slick, and that's why she always acts as if she's not guilty of anything and her hands is clean, because she get all these people to do her dirty work for her. No, your hands are just as dirty as the person who's doing it. And then these foolish people are actually on her lives saying, oh yeah, I gotta, I'm gonna go after. Y'all know y'all can get in trouble. I would have screenshotted all of that. All of that. But Miss Danita, I have that screen recorded for you if you need it, babe. Miss Cassandra said it was a white man comedian was clowning Treese as being unfit a few years ago. It's been a couple people, Miss Cassandra. I know Tommy Sotomayor. I know the Caucasian man who reported her to DCFS, Muncho Flo. A lot of people been talking about her for years, but she just have it out for Miss Ross so bad because Miss Ross have has gained a huge following now. She know Miss Ross can read her. You know, everybody's pulling out, exposing her, pulling that mask off her face. And she really feels like Roz is in charge of everybody. And Roz is like the puppet master. But, Miss Roz got it going on. She know what she doing. She know how to read her. But she tried to say things like that to get us upset, to thinking we gonna turn on her or something if we feel like we her slaves or whatever she be calling her. Girl, none of that bothers me, especially for somebody like you. Say what you want to say. Rose Garden said, regardless how you come, you'll always be beautiful because you know how to treat others with respect. Thank you so much, Ms. Rose Garden. I tried to. Hey, Miss Tawanda. Miss Lisa said, I'm just joining in. Well, welcome, Miss Lisa. Miss Diana talking to Cassandra. She said Miss Anita wasn't, no, Miss Anita was the lemonade lady. Miss Anita sold the lemonade, and the juice lady has a son that's autistic, or I'm not sure if it's a son or a daughter, but that's autistic, that used to come around her and make the natural juices for her. Miss Diane said Tanya preferred to spend time with Treese than to have her grands with her for the summer. Shaking my damn head. Woo, honey, something ain't right about that, Miss Diane. Hey, Miss Yolanda. Um, Beautiful Blossom said yes. Too scary. Miss Florida Red said yes, beautiful Blossom. Tanya has one time to say no, and baby, she will feel the fire. I agree with you, Miss Florida Red. After she said today, oh yeah, I got Tanya a juicer too, because she always there when I call her. She always there when I need her. So I got her a juicer too. You have to be at her beck and call. In the moment you not at her beck and call and she can't clap her hands and you come running, she gonna treat you like Miss Anita and them, and she gonna throw you to the wayside. Miss Beautiful Blossom, I wouldn't put it past her if it was just a BB gun. We know she ain't gonna pull a trigger. Miss Sansa Ray says, and we don't mind at all. And she had Nagy in that Benz with her with Spotty. Nagy G came up with all gum, smiling at that car. I tell you, I about fell off my doggone bed. Miss Beautiful Blossom says she probably never tested the gun out in the woods. See, that's the thing, and I said a long time ago, Beautiful Blossom, you can have as many guns as you want to have, as your little heart can contain. But if you don't know how to properly shoot, your gun is just as useless as you. So if you don't know how your gun fires or how to properly shoot, it's useless for you to even have a pistol. We ain't seen her going to nobody range or anything like that to shoot. She just go shooting back in the bushes at trees and carrying on. Girl, no. Miss Beautiful Blossom says she all mouth. I know people like her, just ugly and scary. Yes, Miss Beautiful Blossom, we all do, baby. Miss Shonda Visions Cole says she came to the other house once when she was having one of those meltdowns. Juice lady. Yes. Miss Lisa say a habitual liar. Yes, Miss Lisa. Miss Diane said letting Rennie read the comments is not good because of some of the things people say to her. That's why Rennie is so grown. Absolutely, Miss Diane. That, and I told you she told some lady that she ain't have no edges and to put some respect on her name. Y'all got to go back and watch that live after they got out the woods, and she was putting sitting on the ground in the driveway putting her shoes on or taking her boots off, one or the other, and she told this lady that she ain't have any edges. And I'm like, she is becoming little trees. Miss Diana says, because you can start 8 or 9 years old. Yes. Beautiful Blossom says she go make her daughter use tissue. She start her period. Y'all not gonna do this to me today. Beautiful Blossom, what'd you say? She go roll it around her head and then tell her just shove it up in your panties, huh? Just shove it up there. And when you feel it getting moist, take it out and repeat. Miss Lisa said her daughter is already just like her. Yes. Just Tara say, do y'all see how many people carry guns and still get got? Treese is too careless to carry a weapon. Why would she tell those kids she was putting the gun back in the trunk? Just stupid. Yes. It when I already said this, Miss Tyra, when people already knowing what you have, they come for you harder. So broadcasting that you always have all these pistols and stuff don't mean nothing. So that just means when a person that really wants to get you, when they come, they gonna come and basically take you out or do some harm to you because they already know what you have. So that's why you need to close your mouth some doggone times. You need to practice what you preach and move in silence. You don't let people know you carry around pistols. And why would you carry around a pistol in a big old goofy purse that you gotta dig in? Girl, you already gone. Boom, you gone. I'm not putting my pistol in no purse that I got to dig for. No, it's supposed to be on your hip. You supposed to be able to pull it off and go. It's all in your purse. You got to dig for it like you digging for Tic Tacs at the bottom of that old goofy ass purse. Miss Cassandra say, who needs to come forward is the guy who been selling treats her pills. Nobody's surface yet. Yeah, I'm whoever that was that pulled up on Mr. Runt today probably know who it is. Okay, Miss Ruby said, yeah, that's her cuz. Okay, Miss Lawanda says, when are when are the boys getting a haircut? Kaden Heads looks like he don't belong to anyone. My Gemini sister. Excuse me. In my opinion, she takes so much time out when she called herself looking cute to get herself together. She can't keep a hairdo for 2 hours without it lifting up, looking like her forehead peeling. But she don't really put too much effort into how her children look. That young man in the kitchen today, shirt looked like his mama's shirt. It was stained from the rooter to the tutor. You wouldn't have been able to be in my kitchen like that. You would have had to come in, bathe, put some new clothes on, and then you could come in my kitchen. You not coming in my kitchen with all that stuff all over your shirt and God knows what. And then she treat Nagy G like a dog whenever she getting ready to throw something away. Or here, little puppy, come get this. You want the rest of this? You want the rest of this and me? Girl, throw that shit in the trash. I had that days ago. Don't nobody want that stuff. Miss Emma says she's helping him. She claims they were in a drug invested area, and she stated he can smoke CK if he wants to. Sad bitch. I agree. Miss Emma, we ain't seen her go to that store no other time until Nat got there. And now all of a sudden you at the store. Who goes sit? What grown person that you don't know that's not doing something illegal in my period go sit and post up at in the store parking lot? Come on now, something ain't right about that. And then you say you that Nagy G was smoking cigarettes. He got the car to smoke his cigarette. No, he was in the car smoking cigarettes with you because you said that cigarette smoke was about to kill you. So what did he really get out the car for? And then did y'all hear yesterday how she, baby, she the stutter came on real deep. I thought she was about they're so in love with you. Like, girl, get out with you. You lying. That's why you're stuttering like that, because you couldn't come up with a doggone explanation for why that man said he got fentanyl too. Two mean in addition. So she starts stuttering, talk about something. He was talking about that other man taking fentanyl. He wasn't talking about Nag. Nag can't take that. Nag, girl, you don't care what Nag can take because you just say you don't care what that man do. He grown. Miss Rose gonna say Tanya gonna get her polka dot face ass whooped. Just watch doing all that damn yelling and ain't gonna do nothing. Just like Tree Scary, baby. If Tanya ever had to use a weapon such as that little pistol she had in her hand, and the way she was going around Tree's house with that pistol, she's a goner. Although we go to the end of the road, girl, y'all need, baby, you gonna be out of there. If that's the way you gonna be holding something like that and thinking you about to take somebody out, you out of there. Put it up. Stop playing with that. Miss Ruby said, Diane, yes, my granddaughter. Okay. Miss Diana says she let Oreo lick it. Of course she will let old Nagy be her candy liquor. What a candy at, Miss Diane, because that is tainted fish. Miss Robinson, and wash it once it's out of the storage. Exactly, because it had been sitting up in storage for so long. But we know she can't do nothing right. So we already know them clothes just gonna come straight out the storage and right on their ass. I mean, she probably ain't even bathed anyway. She wake up with her clothes on and wear them 2 3 days in a row. And did y'all hear when she told the little girl when they were about to get dressed to go back in the room and put on the clothes she had on last night, the clothes that she done played in, then that smell like the outside and only God knows what, and you want her to go back in there and put them clothes back on? Where's this child's clothes? Why haven't you went and got your child any clothes and or even got their stuff out of storage? Because you said the little girl wasn't going back. So why aren't there things there available for them? You always want to go get up and put on some Fucci dresses in every color of the rainbow, and whoever sold her them little bitty ass dresses need they behind whooped. I'm so tired of them little bitty old dresses on her. Miss Lisa said she got mad when one of the kids said their grandma told them that they can come back home to her whenever they're ready to leave her, and she got mad. I don't know what she getting mad for. Them kids love that attention that they're getting and that structure that they are having to have to be to bed at a certain time to sit down, do their homework, having dinner. She really just don't understand how much kids can thrive better in a structured situation instead of having you talk about one of them don't go to bed at 5 6 o'clock in the morning, one of them stealing fruit or climbing on the floor. Like, she doesn't pay any attention to her children. She act like they are a burden on her. Miss Diane said, okay, she talking to Ruby. Miss Tracy, hey Tracy, baby. Miss Diane said that was below the belt, always telling people business just wrong. She's going to tell the wrong person business, cuz, and it's gonna come back to get her. You want to always act like, that's why I don't understand why people still trusting her and telling her stuff when they already know she a loose cannon. And any sign that she think you acting funny or you're not on her team, she gonna blurt it out like diarrhea, baby. All of it's coming out in one walk. She gonna tell all your business. all of it. So I don't understand why people still tell her things about them and come to her with their problems and things like that, knowing that she's a loose cannon. Whenever she make up in her head is that, and she rolling with it, and she will blast you and put your business out, your mama business out, your kids business out. She don't give a damn. Miss Robin says she really mad at Sharita, so she took it out on Danita. She don't want Sharita at all. She don't want Sharita work. That's why she took it out on Miss Danita, right, Robin? Because she know Danita been quiet. Danita really hasn't said too much of anything. Danita has been quiet. So why was you that upset at Danita, supposedly because you done did all of this stuff for Danita? But Danita was a good friend to you, because I couldn't figure out why Danita was always with you in the beginning anyway. The way that you act and you carry on, and the way you tried to belittle her with stuff, I don't see why she was around you as much as she was in the first place. But she held her tongue. She didn't come out trying to down you or anything like that. And still, you got her name in your mouth. And now you want to try to hurt her, get her kicked out of her home, get her lights cut off, and have her job be taken away from her. All because you mad because you can't handle Sharita. Miss Keisha says, hey Keisha, Miss Keisha says, but if she's supposed to be supervised, could that be the reason Tanya went with her at the as the supervisor to the government building? I don't know if she's supposed to be supervised or not, Miss Keisha. I don't really think she's supposed to be supervised, because me and my sister was having this conversation earlier, because I don't think DCFS has taken anything seriously. I think they have dropped the ball tremendously, and they never really took any of those calls or anything going on with her seriously to put any restrictions on her. That's why I'm glad that they all are fired now. Hopefully they'll get some people in there that actually cares about the children and the betterment of the children, instead of being all hammered down with their work and complaining. Because as you could tell by them doing the walkout in the DCF office, they was tired of their job. And you know, when you're tired of your job, you really don't care no more. Everything just could fly by the wayside, because you just there to get a check. Right now, you don't care. Miss Florida Red said, you are correct. I never saw Danita say anything bad. So I was trying to figure out why she was so angry at her. She angry at Miss Roz and Sharita, but mainly Sharita, because Sharita coming with those receipts. And then she want to get on her platform and start reading some receipts from forever ago that Miss Sharita already done told us that she sent her. But as Miss Sharita said, she didn't really know who she was at that time. And a lot of times you don't get to know who people truly are until you start being around them and their environment. So I don't hold that against Miss Sharita for telling her that she was a good mother at first. You know what I'm saying? Just going by what she saw with but once she got to know her and was in her presence, she saw different. But you can't try to use that against her. She already told that one. Next. Miss Beautiful Blossom says she's lying um on me, talking about I was sitting by her house. I didn't even drive. She's just, oh, Beautiful Blossom, that was you. That was you, she said, drove past her. She's noided. She's paranoid because she know how much trash she has talked about people, how much stuff that she has done to people, how many threats she has made against people. So anything that look out of the ordinary to her, and we already know how her mind works, she's going to be nervous about. But I just said that was for content, Miss Beautiful Blossom, because if you were that scared, why did you bring your children outside in harm's way if you didn't know who was pulling up on your property and scoping out your house, as you said? Why would you bring your children outside? That's why I say we know she ain't really got it all, but you that crazy. You really thought that somebody was watching your home. You don't know who it is, but you bring your children outside in harm's way. No, it's all for content. What you want riding past that lady house? What you think you was gonna see other than that uh that clip together house, and that nasty pool and nasty jacuzzi where the frogs reside? Miss Jamila said Danita ain't did nothing to her. Then talking about Danita claim her grandkids on her taxes. A grandmother can claim their grandchildren on their taxes. If Miss Danita is doing for her grandchildren and taking care of her grandchildren, she can claim her grandchildren on her taxes. You know, it's crazy to me all the wrong and all of the illegal stuff that people have accused her doing, the washing of the money and all trying to get somebody to do something to Coco and all these threats she put out against people, but then you want to get mad when somebody call you out on your mess. Miss Cassandra say Muncho Flo beat her up in a parking lot. I heard about that from the lady that was on Bigo. Like I said, I don't watch anybody every day. So I was in and out of Tree's life since she was on Big not Bigo Periscope, but I don't watch anybody consistently because when stuff start getting on my nerves, I got to take a break. But I've been in and out of her life while she been on these platforms or whatever, and I can believe it. I can believe it. Excuse me for 1 second, y'all. Hey, Miss Beverly, let me take this pain pill. Okay. Miss Florida Red says, hold on, baby, I lost your comment. Miss Florida says she says a lot about Roz, but she never goes after Sharita like that. Is it because she know better? Sharita would eat her up. Absolutely. And Miss Roz would eat her up too. But I think that she know that Sharita has some stuff on her. Like Sharita has actually been in her presence. Sharita know, some of the things that she's been doing. So I think that's why she probably don't go as hard as Miss Sharita as she tried to do Rising. Plus, she ain't gonna be able to get a word in. Miss Sharita. Miss Sharita gonna ride her, and she not funny. Sharita funny. She's not funny. So she knows she gonna be made a fool of, even bigger fool. Miss Miranda, how are you, baby? Miss Miranda says, I saw her pull up to the juice a lady a couple of months ago to buy juice. Chef Ruby stopped talking to her because she asked her over the phone a personal question, not knowing that she was on live. Oh wow, I never knew what happened to Chef Ruby. Miss Miranda. Miss Yolanda says Nagy G is so funny. He is, and she know that, cuz that's why she brought up him up there to be her content because she's not getting the views. She always want to holler shadow banning, shadow banning. No, people are not messing with you like they used to. You got a big SA sign stamped in the middle of your forehead. People are not falling for your BS no more. You're getting exposed by all these different platforms. And it's funny when I talked to my attorney today, when I was telling him some of the things that she was saying or whatever, and I showed him the video, he's like, she talks too much. He said it's hard for me to believe that she has an attorney because she talks too much. He said everything that she's saying people doing to her, she's doing to them, so she don't have a defense. Miss Cassandra says Peach is gone already, and when someone gonna run into Treese and smack sparks out of her ass. Excuse me. Miss Dion says, watch Sharita live for tonight. She ate PH up. Okay, I gotta go back and watch it, Miss Diane. Miss Robin said hit the like button, y'all. Miss Sharon said that girl don't know how to use that thing. What thing? Oh Lord, I think I'm having another sinus infection. Miss Sharon, what thing, baby? Yes, Miss Robin, the goofy old purse. Girl, walk around there looking like Medea. Medea from the arm on down and doggo Captain Hook from the neck up. I can't stand that bob on her. She look like Captain Hook. Miss Kawana Sunday say Rennie had her phone reading the comments and Trees told her to block that hoe. Really? You that ain't Miss Kawana Saunders. That shouldn't even have surprised you, boo, because she let her daughter be into too much of adult stuff, and you already know how those people speak to you. Why would you let your daughter read it? Talk about block out the negative comments. How can she? She's a child. Miss Sharon said, that's why I know she don't know what she's doing, period. You got that right. Miss Diane says, sad, SH shows a difference between the twins and caring from one more than the other. I believe you, Miss Diane. I'm with you because I think that she treats the one that sings differently than she does the one that she swears has ODD and ADHD, and Rennie. She definitely favors, in my opinion, the darker twin. Miss Emma says, in my viewing, the children does not seem to be relaxed around her. Rennie has picked up Latrice's pattern. Sad. Yes, Miss Emma. She like I said, it's like she wants them to fear her. So she raised her voice. She gets so irritated and aggravated with them with the simplest stuff. Y'all supposed to be in there supposedly having a family day. Everybody got to put the phone down but you. Why you couldn't have the family day off of the camera when you was trying to catch Poop? It's Pope, nut. It's Pope. It's not whatever you say. And your iron, I'm so tired of you and your iron. Get that shit under check. I'm tired of you saying it. What the hell is iron? Why you always got to add extra stuff into words? Miss Diane said, junkie looking to cop something. See, Soil and Sunshine said, beautiful singing voice. Girl, I can't sing. And feel like I'm catching the cold, but I appreciate you, baby. Y'all hype me up. Miss Ann said, LOL, cousin, give me your fall. I'm so in love. That's how y'all know that's how she was sounding when she started stuttering about Nagy Jesus, trying to get away from that fentanyl. Say she what? What? Couldn't come up with that one quick enough. The dark Jedi, speak your mind, young girl. A's mom says, Willie, the old guy from the corner store already busted him out. Didn't he? Didn't he? That lady said, did they come up here? The lady that gave you the mask, when she came up here last night, were they up here to buy drugs? And Mr. Willie, which AKA Runt, said yes, she did. And he started shooting off at the mouth. And then I seen on her community post that she wrote something to the effect that he didn't tell y'all what y'all wanted him to what y'all wanted to hear. Oh yes, he told us exactly. He verified what we wanted to know, that you were up there, um in my opinion, buying drugs. Miss Shonda said she shook her head yes when he mentioned the fentanyl and then tried to play it off junkie. Nagy G said he don't do that. Now I don't know who carried Tylenol in a little baggie, but it was a baggie sitting on his lap. And when she put the camera on him, she noticed that he had the baggie and paraphernalia in his lap. Then she took the camera off of him, took the camera off herself, whispered something to Nagy, mouthed something to Nagy G, and then when she put him back on the camera, it looks as if he was putting something in his pocket. Baby, you can't get nothing past me. I watch everything. Yes, Mr. Wanted that Fucci dress. Baby, I'm so tired of them. Burn them all. Burn them all. They knew that whoever sold her those dresses knew they was wrong when they sold it to her. They should have said, ma'am, I need the money, but not this bad. Miss Emma said DCF nor CPS will never let her know that she's under investigation. Never. I want to believe that, Miss Emma, but I just feel like since she's been involved with them so many times, and since she constantly tries to get ahead of the situation, that some of them she may have built a rapport with, and they don't take the allegation seriously because of the story that she done spin, that I'm famous. I'm popping on Facebook. They mad at my money. Y'all, my haters watching. Is my haters watching? Girl, bye. You hate yourself. Miss Addie say, if y'all remember, she said her own mother would deprive them from eating her fruit when she was a kid. She's just like her unfit mother, in my opinion. Yes, Miss Addie, I definitely agree. She said, and then she said she used to have to hurry up and shovel the food down her throat because she didn't like her mama's food. So that's her excuse for shoveling food down her throat now, because that's what she used to. No, you a grown woman, act like one. Brown Bama Girl 8 says, then she had them out there in the dark catching those demonic frogs. Y'all, excuse me. Let me get up, y'all, 1 second and take a doggone Allegra or something. Because, honey, 1 second. Okay, y'all. Because I know that coughing getting on y'all nerves because it's getting on my doggone nerve. Uh, I don't see how. Y'all, she got that jacuzzi because Tanya was buying things. This is all for show. If she really cared about that pool, she would have had somebody come out and do the pool properly. I wouldn't even want to get in that pool. Y'all see how filthy the pool and the jacuzzi is already? And then she said her brother is going to get it together. What are you going to do ever at your house? Miss Deidre says she said she spent over $800 on renting clothes, and then she said go in there and put on what you had on yesterday. So sad. Miss Emma says Facebook should not allow Latrice to make threats on people. She better take heed ASAP. I'm with you, Miss Emma. I don't understand how she's been getting away with this for so long. But Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, if something ever happens and she made all of these threats and stuff on their platform, they're going to be in some big trouble. Miss Diane said, right, why tell her anything? She ain't gonna listen. Miss Cassandra said, hope it thunder and lightning for 40 days and 40 days with her scary. Please start thundering. Oh my God, y'all be taking me out. Hey, Trudy, baby. Trudy says, why she want let them kids watch TV? Cause she always on live, Miss Trudy. Cause she's always on live, and she don't cut that off. Cut that down before you give me, excuse me, before you get me copyrighted. That's all she care about is these platforms, not the kids actually being kids and watching cartoons and turning on educational programs and nothing. They can't do any of that because she's always on live. Miss Diane say, her and her polka dot face is watching. They are. They are. That's Miss Diane. That's why they can repeat everything. But yeah, they put the phone on mute and then they don't listen to nobody. Yeah, right. She sat up there and said everything in that parking lot. Tanya did. Miss Tracy said, say it again exactly, Mika. Get your ass out of my head. All right, Miss Tracy. Um, okay. Robert says she mad at Roz for pulling the wool off people's eyes. Roz was calm and just calling a thing a thing. Everyone else dragged her ass. That's how her jaws got scuffed up. I can't, y'all. So you said that's like road rash on her cheek, sis. Just let me know something. Patricia said, was that a skit? Which one, Miss Patricia? And how are you? Ann says, give it to her ass, cousin, and I apologize for her sorry ass. Oh, beautiful. A's mom says, my husband said, sorry, I had to mute so I can cough. My husband says she put cameras at the stop sign. That's way she can watch the traffic. He's a total fool. I believe your husband. I believe your husband. Hey, Miss Shishi. Uh, okay. Hey, Miss Tawana, how are you, baby? Miss Diane says, yes, I sent letter today to DCS that they needed to watch LA videos on YouTube and Facebook because of all the things she's exposed her children. Told them she has a long history in Florida with children's services. Okay, Miss I don't want to repeat your name out loud, but let me know how they go. Miss N says, "Oh, Rita let a lie out today. I gotta go watch Miss Sharita's live." Miss Mary Monday says Sharita will dog walk her without a leash. Miss Mary cooking and vibing with Bella G. Hey baby, how are you? Shonda Vision says, "I follow Chef Ruby. She's actually Chef Carmen's friend. Yeah, she Chef Carmen's the one who brought her around cooking and vibing with Bella." And my Miss Bella says she's talked way too much. She could never move in silence, never, because she always have a point to prove. She can never do anything, and she always have to let you know what she's about to do or what she's done. She tells on herself and they get mad when people call her out. When she posted those pictures of her surgery, I bust out laughing because I followed that same surgeon because I was thinking about getting me a tummy tuck. So I went straight to the pictures. I'm like, girl, yeah, you need to take your own advice. Move in silence. Not the average nurse said Rennie is going to become a monster in Turbo. Treese is in the near future. I agree with you. Miss Vivian, hey Miss Vivian, say yes. I always added extra letters and stuff. Oh baby, her iron. Y'all, somebody need to get that iron under control because y'all can't have none of these drinks right here. You naggy G, nobody, because this is for my iron. I gotta get my iron together because I'm on my healthy stuff. Girl, bye. You'll be rushing some stuff down your throat in a couple